Have you had a moose loose about your hoose? The pest control firm in Coventry says that they've been seen a big increase in the number of people calling them about mice. Joining us in the studio, no mice, I'm glad to say. In fact, if we did, they wouldn't last 5 minutes with Adam Stevens in here, Director of Prokill, Heart of England, Pest Control Service. Adam, good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
He wouldn't last 5 minutes in here, would he, with you?
Not at all, no.
What would you do? How would you get rid of him?
Well, basically, any good pest controller will tell you it's not about where you've got, if you've got a mouse in your building, it's about trying to keep them out. It's about prevention, really. So, what I would advise to anyone is get outside during the winter months, have a look at if there's any holes in your building, in your brickwork, under your doors, any gaps. So basically, if you're walking around with a pen in your hand, if you can shove a pen into a hole and it'll go in there, a mouse will go in there. So it's about proofing up your building, really. That's
a bit of a nightmare. I don't know if you heard the guy earlier on. He had a mouse with some babies, and he built a little ramp and led them out the house.
Yes,
and then just blocked the hole up.
Yeah.
And then the kestrel came down and killed one. I thought, well, he's all art, he is, isn't he, really? You've seen an increase, though, haven't you? You've seen an increase in people phoning you.
We have, yes. Certainly in December, there was a 50% increase in calls that we got, and January's looking the same, if not more. Main reason for that, really, is the fact that we're in the winter months. Through the summer and the autumn, there's lots to eat. Lots to eat, there's food in abundance, so they're quite happy outside. But once it gets colder, obviously they're looking for shelter. They're only mammals, the same as us, so they're looking for shelter. They're looking for somewhere to sleep, somewhere dry, and they're looking for food. So when it gets to the colder months, December, January, February, then they'll start looking towards your house. So as I say, now's the time to start having a look and proofing the house.
Here's the weird thing, though. We were chatting off air, and I said to you, I tell you what, I'd rather have a mouse than a rat. You suggest not?
Well, that's true. Really, the mice have had the bad end of the deal, really. Over the years, yes, rats are nasty, horrible things and can be dirty, but I guess it's the Mickey Mouse syndrome. Everyone thinks they're warm and cuddly and everyone loves them.
Mickey Rat wouldn't have been the same, would he, really?
No, no.
He's a different character entirely.
Really, with mice, they're far dirtier, really. They're what
disease-wise?
Yes, they're sporadic feeders, which means they run everywhere, which means their drop-ins, there's up to 80 drop-ins a day they'll produce, so they're everywhere. They urinate while they're running, they're incontinent, and in that there is the diseases, typhoid, dysentery, there's Vogel's disease, there's all sorts. So you can imagine, if you're opening your cupboards and you see a mouse or drop-ins, they're going to be everywhere, they're going to be all over your food. Whereas with a rat, 9 times out of 10, they'll all do all their business in one place.
Right.
So in one...
They're cleaner in a way.
They're cleaner. They're quite harder to find in the fact that you can't find the drop-ins.
There's just the cute factor, and I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Mice are infinitely cuter than rats, although I know people who keep rats as pets as well. Is it a myth that rats will attack you and mice won't? I mean, if mice are cornered, will they try and bite you, and is there anything to fear from that or not?
Not really. It's like any animal, I guess. If you corner anything, they will look for a route of escape, and if that route of escape is jumping out of the way, yes, they can jump at you and they will go for you. I've had an instance recently where a squirrel's gone for me, but that's purely because he was trying to get away. He jumped at my chest. It's not pleasant. It makes you jump.
It's a whole new dimension to what did you do at day to work, do you? Didn't really, you know what I mean? Exactly. I just had a squirrel attack me, and I should imagine they've got a bit of weight behind. That's the other thing with a mouse, isn't it? There's nothing to them, is there really? If they did jump at you, you wouldn't even feel it, would you?
They bounce off you, really.
Bounce off you, yeah. B&Q reckon they've had it's up a quarter, the amount of mouse traps. I didn't even know they sold mouse traps. We were reminiscing, Little Nipper.
Yeah,
we used to have one of those in the shed at my mum and dad's house, and Little Nipper, if anything was misnamed, even got to set off the mechanism. Little Backbreaker would have been probably more appropriate. Are they still? Can you still use those?
Yeah, they're still around. A lot of the traps we use today, really, the design is exactly the same. So the Little Nipper, you're absolutely right.
Do you use those, do you?
We do use them, and again, we use a very similar design which is plastic or metal as well.
Right.
So it works great, to be honest. What you say about B&Q with the volumes rising, it's quite natural, as I say, this time of year, and also you've got the fact that a lot of local authorities have decided, okay, austerity measures, let's cut costs, so they do away with the pest control side of the council. And again, slowly but surely things come up. Same with businesses, they'll look at cutting on the pest control.
The weird thing is that we asked them, we talked to council pest control departments, and they said they hadn't had an increase. In fact, so B&Q are saying they've sold more traps. You're saying you're getting more calls, but councils are going, no, we've not noticed anything at all. But then I wonder whether, if you like you say, if they've done away or they're doing away with their rodent control service, then they might not notice it.
Well, in terms of Coventry City Council, I have to say they do a very good service. A lot of the other councils, for instance, Northampton and Tamworth Borough Councils, have done away with the service.
Completely, they haven't got anything at all.
They've had a big increase, and the residents are now complaining that there's an increase in population. So Coventry and Warwickshire, at the minute, there's not a big issue, to be honest, because, as I say, in fairness, the council are doing a very good job.
As a final point, you don't have to answer this question because it could impact on whether you have any business in the future. If you have got a mouse and you want to put your own trap down, could you tell us what's the best thing to bait it with? You don't have to answer it because, as I say, you might have a trade secret. I'd put cheese on there. Would I be doing any good or not?
The first thing I'd say is phone Prokill Heart of England.
Thought you might. Thought you might.
Because, most pest control companies will come out and survey your property and tell you what the problem is, and that costs nothing. So, yes, that is the first thing. But if you do decide to go down that route, anything smelly, really. Chocolate they love, peanut butter they love. People have even used soap just because it's smelly, because their nose is probably the best.
So they just go to investigate rather than go to eat. So that's well.
Yeah, so if it smells nice, let's go and have a look at it.
Top tip. I'm gonna utilise my old socks now. I think there's a market there. Adam, good luck with it all as well.
Okay, thank you.
Watch out for the squirrels.
Will do.
Thanks for being with us this morning. Adam
Pleasure.
Stevenson's there, who's the director of Prokill Heart of England Pest Control Service. They're working their socks off across Coventry and Warwickshire and beyond as well, trying to make sure that we stay rodent free. If you've ever had a problem, I must admit, touch wood, been really lucky. Never had a problem with mice or rats or anything of that nature. Squirrels, nothing. The nearest I got was a bat next door, but one, and that was more for entertainment value than anything. Do give us a call, let us know, 0845 900 5200. If you've got any top tips for getting rid, give us a shout on that as well.